guys, welcome to my channel. This is Erica. Last week I went to the Asian market to get some beef noodle ingredients and I got a big bag of bok choy. After adding it into my noodle, there's still tons of leftover. So today I'm gonna use the leftover bok choy to make 3 very different dishes for you. The first one is very simple. I cook it all the time. It's just a pan-fried bok choy. Bok choy is actually a very healthy vegetable. Bok choy contains a lot of potassium and calcium, also a lot of beta-carotene and vitamin. It's great for antioxidant effect and delay body aging. Calcium and iron is also really good for preventing high blood pressure, also strengthen teeth and bone health. I try to eat more green vegetable as I can, and bok choy is one of my favorite. The second one is a little twist of the normal pan-fried bok choy. I add in salted duck eggs into it. It tastes really good too. And the third one is a vegetarian dish. There's a lot of mushrooms in it, and I use bok choy to decorate my plate. Obviously you can eat it too, but bok choy is very commonly used in Chinese dishes as a decoration. Let's get started. We're going to start with our first dish, garlic pan-fried bok choy. The ingredient we'll need is just our bok choy and some garlic. First, we have to deal with our vegetable because bok choy is a type of crucified vegetables, just like broccoli and cabbage, but the stem is a bit more loose than the others. It's easy to get dirt stuck inside it, so I like to cut it before I wash it so I can make sure I get all of the dirt and whatever out of it nicely. Since my favorite part of the bok choy is the crunchy stem, I want to make sure I kept the most of it. So I like to cut the center off in a triangle shape, so I got more stem left in my plate. And then just chop them into your size of choice. Just don't forget to separate the stem and the leaves. Heat up a pan and add in some cooking oil. First, we add in the minced garlic into the hot oil and stir it until aromatic. And add in bok choy stem. Stir fry for around 60 to 90 seconds. Then add in the leaves and stir fry for another 60 seconds. Add salt, stir, and we're done. The most simple way to deal with bok choy, garlic stir fried. The second dish we're going to make today is the salted duck egg bok choy. We'll need the same ingredient as earlier, but with 2 salted duck egg. The way to cut the duck egg is to slightly crack your eggshell with your knife, then wiggle your way down to the bottom. And because the egg yolk is very sticky, so I prefer to pull my knife back up before I open the egg, so I won't be wasting any yolk. Heat up a pan with oil and add in garlic. If you're very focused on watching, you might notice that the minced garlic I used earlier is different than right now. It's because the garlic I used earlier was the minced garlic jar I got in Wegmans. It's very convenient because I use so much garlic in my cooking, but if you prefer the fresh one and don't mind the work, just use whatever suits you. Now same idea, stir it until aromatic. Now we need to add in the egg. I'm a bit lazy, so I just use a spoon to scoop out the eggs and toss it into the pan. If you want to cut it into chunks, you can also do that. But today I'm the only one eating, so who cares? When the egg yolk heat up, it will start bubbling. And now it's time to add in the bok choy stem and some water. Stir fry. Add a little salt and flavoring. I use Japanese hondashi. And don't forget to add in the leaves. Mix. And voila! Salted duck egg stir fry bok choy are done. I know it probably didn't look so appetizing, but trust me, the flavor definitely worth it. Last dish today, we're going to make a vegetarian dish, stir-fry mixed mushroom. The ingredient we'll need for this dish are oyster and king oyster mushrooms, 2 color of peppers, auricula, ginger, and bok choy. We want to peel the oyster mushroom into 1 bite size and slice king oyster mushroom into a 1-inch block. Slice both sides of the block into cube shape, but don't cut all the way through. Half bok choy. I chop my auricula smaller so it's easier to eat, but you don't have to. Perhaps some sliced ginger and dice the pepper. Same old routine, heat up a pan with oil and pop in your mushrooms. Fry it until golden, then flip. Same with the other side, wait till it's golden and set aside. Use the same pan and leftover oil. Saute the ginger sliced to color and add in the auricula. Stir fry for another minute and add in the pepper and 2 teaspoons of water. Stir until softened, then add in the oyster mushroom. Pan fry for another minute or 2, then pop in some salt, oyster sauce, mix well and set aside. Next, same pot or not, your call. I use the same one. Boil some water and poach the bok choy for 3 to 5 minutes. Depends on your preference on crunchiness. If your pot is as shallow as mine, don't forget to rotate it and make sure it's all cooked. Now, we're making the sauce. Heat up a teaspoon of oil and add in ketchup, oyster sauce, mix. Sugar, salt, water. Stir, stir, stir. And we're going to add a little starch to thicken the sauce. I use 5 grams of flour mixed with 10 cc of water. Simmer until it's thickened and put it all on a plate, and here we go. A beautiful pan-fried mixed mushroom are done. Doesn't it look so beautiful? Can't wait to eat it. Let's give it a try. I love bok choy because it tastes really crunchy. It will never go wrong with garlic. So this one is really simple and it's really good. You can cook this every day, you'll never get tired of it. Let's try the second one. This one is really good too. I like to use the salted duck egg to pan fry like bamboo or like vegetables. It tastes really good. I know the egg itself, when you just cut it open, it looks a little scary, but it tastes really, really good. If you never tried a salted duck egg before, you have to try it. Because the egg was already cooked before, so when we pan fried it, it just basically make it smell better and let it mix it well with the vegetable. And when you eat this egg, you can taste a little sandy textures in it. And the egg white itself is really good too. And last but not least is the mushroom dish. So this one is actually a vegetarian dish. If you use the vegetarian oyster sauce, then it can be totally vegetarian. Bok choy is very common use in Taiwan as like a decoration. So it just poach it real quick and then just put whatever dish on top. It's very beautiful, but at the same time you can eat it too. Let's try it. All the flavors inside the mushroom. Let's try the bok choy. Make sure you put a little sauce on it. The boiled bok choy tastes a little softer than in pan fry one. And if you add the oil and salt into the water when you boil the vegetable, it can keep it greener. It still looks really pretty even I boil it for like 5 minutes. This is so good. And if you're trying to be on a diet, trying to lose some weight, this is a very good dish. I'll say compare these 3 dishes. The first one, it can totally be like a side dish of your dinner. This one, I'll say, is a more heavier taste. This I'll make it like occasionally if I'm trying to show off a little bit about my cooking skills. I'll make this because it looks very complicated, but it's actually very easy to make. This dish though, you can totally make it like on the Chinese New Year dinner. It looks really pretty, it looks like you put in a lot of effort, and it tastes really good as well. So it depends on your choice, they're all really good. Okay, that's it for today. Let's learn some Chinese at the end then. The word of the day today is obviously our main ingredient today, bok choy. Bok choy in Mandarin is qingjiang cai. Qingjiang cai. If you know a little bit about Mandarin, you probably know qing cai means vegetables. And qingjiang cai specifically is for bok choy. So the first word, qing, is the first tone. Qing, it means light blue. And the second word, jiang, is the first tone, jiang, which means river. And the last word, cai, is the fourth tone, cai, means vegetable. Qing cai means fresh vegetable, cai means vegetables, and qingjiang cai means bok choy. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you liked the dishes today, and let me know if you tried the recipe at home. If you like it, did you hate it? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!